So I was watching some guys playing Batman Arkham Asylum the other day, and I said, well, these graphics look like the Unreal Engine. Is that true? And they're like, no, it's the Havoc engine. And I'm like, no, I mean the graphics engine. What graphics engine does it use? And they're like, no, it is the Havoc engine. I'm like, it isn't. And I wanted to argue partway, but I wasn't 100% sure I was right. I was pretty sure, but I said, well, isn't Havoc just a physics engine? And they're like, no, it's a graphics engine too. It uses the Havoc engine. And they were like kind of snobby about it and kind of like condescending, like they're right, I'm wrong. And I didn't want to argue about it, so I just let it go. And like I said, I wasn't completely certain I was right. So I looked it up online just a moment ago, and shockingly enough, I was right. It uses the Unreal 3 engine like I initially thought. And like this isn't just about video games. This is about people not knowing what they're talking about and being really freaking like snobby and arrogant and just like, you know, saying, no, I'm right, and you are not, you know, and just having an attitude, you know. And look, if you think you're right, you don't first of all have to be a douche, and second of all, you need to, you know what the hell you're talking about before you act like what the hell you're talking about. Because this applies to anything. Politics, religion, whatever, you name it. If you're going to talk like you know something, you need to do your research, you know? And since video games is one of the things that I'm into, I experience it a lot because since I've been playing video games for a long time, not to brag and not to say this is benefiting me in any way, but I've been playing video games for a long time, and I tend to know a little bit more than the average person that plays video games. I know what engines run in specific games. I know, I know what are usually the higher selling games. I know, what the NPD numbers are, just because I like to know, and it's cool and fun for me to, research that stuff. I'm kind of a geek when it comes to that stuff. Sue me. But the point is that we have tons of noobs right now, and it's cool if you're new to games. It's fine. But a lot of new people that come in because of, one, Halo was one of the reasons, and two, a bigger reason, the Wii. And if you're new to games, that's awesome. It's good that we're getting new people in. But the problem is they run around spouting off like they know everything, and they give you an attitude if you are disagreeing with them. Like, I said forever that Halo 1 was crappy, and people are just now realizing how overrated it was, now that they're finally getting around to playing something other than Halo, and realizing that games like, even Call of Duty 4, which I think is kind of overrated, crushed Halo, okay? And that's because people are finally realizing that Halo is not the best thing since sliced bread, okay? Personally, I think Half-Life was the best shooter, period. And some people disagree, but, I think that it's a really damn good game, and has a lot more going for it than Halo, especially in the length department. That game is longer than any game I play. Anyway, but, point is, if you're gonna friggin' talk like you know something, you need to actually know something first. And don't friggin', have an attitude and, be a douche. So, anyway, that's just my rant today. I mean, I really friggin' hate noobs that have to have an attitude and have to, act like they know everything. So, yeah, anyway, that's just, I'm in a bad mood today, and that just came to mind and set me off.